Hello everyone, this is Dr. Song. Welcome to my YouTube video. So today we have quantitative research methods, the week 2, part 4 session. So this will be the last session of the week 2, and then from the next week we will go for the week 3 sessions. So before beginning, I'd like to introduce these references. So I studied my quantitative research method course in the University of Ottawa, and then these three professors were very much helpful to conceive my course. So you can understand that my course is based on these lectures of the three professors. So today I will talk about what descriptive and what inferential statistic is. So the first one, descriptive statistic, means that very simply speaking, when you receive the respondents' answer in the survey questionnaire, and you will put those answers in the Excel file, and the Excel file can be open in the SPSS, that is a statistics software. So why we do that? Because we want to know how we can obtain the graph frequencies. That means that like how the answers are distributed from the low score and the high score. And also we will know the central tendency, means that what is the mean value, is the average. And also the variability, that means the minimum and the maximum value. So those calculations give you the impression of the result of the survey very easily. So that is the process of descriptive statistics. So for instance, you have the one question, are you female or male? That can be represented as a one variable. I said that one question in the survey questionnaire is a variable. So that is a gender variable. And the gender variable can be divided with the male and the female depending on the respondent's answer. And then you will know what is the central tendency, means that which gender responded more. So more male or more female. If let's assume the 100 participants and the male was a 50, female 50. So that kind of information you will get from this process of the descriptive statistics. And then if that is a continuous variable, in that case, the central tendency will be the average. So what is the average of age of the participants? You can get that. Now, inferential statistic means that when you finish your descriptive statistics, so your data is now ready for the analysis, and then now you can proceed with the analysis, many different analyses to make the inference about your sample. So that sample gives you the result according to your interest, and then you can apply that result, the sample result, to the population. So that is the statistics. So you can see the statistics means to describe the characteristic of the sample. Yeah, so this is very important. Statistic, we deal with the sample, not the population. And then they are written is the Roman letters. So they are like, you see the standard deviation. No, this is variance. And the mean and standard deviation and the correlation, etc. And then parameters, that is about the population. So that is describe the characteristic of the population, and that is symbolized by the Greek letters. So we will not deal too much with that, but you will know how they are symbolized. And then we will deal with more this sample statistics. So about the lab, we have today the first lab session. I will show you how you can work with the SPSS. So in this session, you will know the main toolbars of the SPSS, and then how you can create the variables, and then put the labels, and then how you can put the values of the variables, and also you will see some part of the data cleaning process. So IBM SPSS, we will use this software. There's the statistical package for the social science. So you can see that in this name, already that is very much related to the social sciences. So you will not think about that is like engineering or the computer science. I think that is more complicated, but we will deal with the more this level of the communication and social science. So that conducts the data analysis and then describe the data, that is descriptive statistics, and then examine the hypothesis. This is inferential statistics. So you will see the explanation about how that was invented and then created, etc. But of course, this is about the theoretical way, and then you will just know the information by googling in the computer, internet. Yeah, so communication between the human beings and SPSS. Why I'm saying that? Because many students, they are very afraid of using SPSS. It's like they are like a math course, but no, it's not at all with the math course. Just you have to retain this important point. A machine does not understand the human language. So let's assume that you are talking with the machine, and the machine doesn't understand the human language. So we have to codify the all meanings as numbers, because the machine understands only numbers. So you can imagine a kind of a situation that one person doesn't understand your language. So you will translate your language to their language. So this is a kind of translation. Codifying means that you translate your language to another language. That is exactly what is happening in the SPSS. So you will love your SPSS when you will know how that functions, of course. When you will communicate with the foreigner with their language, and then they will understand, of course, that you will love that communication. So you will consider that SPSS is my friend. So in fact, they are helping you a lot. Instead of calculating the very complex way, they will calculate maybe in several seconds. So in fact, that is very much helping you. So you will consider that it's not that you are learning the difficult one, but they exist for helping you. Okay, now let's go for now this SPSS. So in the SPSS dimensions, you have to know what is the data view and then what is the variable view. So they are combining their operations together, so they are very much related to each other. So data view, normally you can see the VIR, that means that the variable name. So they will go on the top of the dimension, and then variable view will be by this way, the name and then the type, and then you can put the label, etc. So let's just practice the different variables. So let's say here is a ID. That is ID variable. So ID variable means that you will just enumerate your participants number. So participant 1, participant 2, participant 3. So we will never use the ID variable for the analysis. Just they have their proper functions. Why we create the ID variable. I will show you that later. So, and then another variable, let's say the gender. That is about the biological sex. And then another variable, we can create that ordinal variable. You know, the ordinal variable that is like a low and high. So you can say the education level. Yeah. And then another variable with like a sleeping hours. That is a pure numbers. That is an interval ratio variable. So you can say the sleep. Very important that you will not write with the space. You cannot write the gender or biological sex. You cannot write it. Only the one name without space is allowed. And then you can write here what that means. Label is a label with like just the participants. And then you can say that gender is a biological sex. Now you can put a space in the label. Education level. And then sleep is a sleeping hours. Yeah, so no problem to put a label, your explanation about the variable, but in the name you cannot put one name with space, so you have to know that. Now everything enters automatically when you write the one name and then you put the labels. Now we can think about the values. So about the values, as I said that SPSS don't understand the human language, so you have to explain what that means in numbers. So here, gender, we want to say the male and the female. When you click this, you can see that blue box. And now you will say that I mean the 0. That means that is a female. Okay. And then I mean the 1. That is a male. Now, when we put the 0, the SPSS will understand that is a female. and the 1 means the mayor. Okay, we can put that as the value. Education. Now you can put that education value with the, I mean the 1 means that is a primary school, and then I mean 2 means that is a middle school, and then I mean the 3, that is a high school, and then I mean 4, that is a university. Okay, now you can put the value, and then now we know that everything, the value is the 1, 2, 3, 4 will indicate something in the meaning. Now sleeping hours, you don't have to put a value because that is an interval ratio variable. You can just put the sleeping hour number, 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, etc. So you don't have to define the value. So this is a very comfortable for us about the interval ratio value. Now, and then let's see the data view. So whenever you put the variable view here, and then variables here, and then you can see the data in the data view, every thing is in the upside. So every variable you create, they will go to up. ID will be the like participant 1, participant 2, participant 3. Okay, so this is a 3, this is a 3, and then participant 4, yeah, and then the 5, yeah. Let's assume we have the participant 5. Why they have the decimal points? Because you defined it as a decimal value. So you can put that is like 0, and then they will not appear the decimal value. Yeah, so you can put that. Okay, let's see now what happens. Yeah, so everything. Now data view, they have the no decimal point. So gender, let's say I'm a female, I'm a male, I'm a male, and then the female, and then female. Okay, and then education level, I'm a primary school, and then I'm a middle school, I'm a middle school, and then I'm a high school, and then this one is a university. Okay, now sleeping hours. I sleep the 8 hours, and then I sleep the 9 hours. I sleep the 4 hours. I sleep the 5 hours. I sleep the 6 hours. Yeah. Now your participants will answer about your question, and then let's assume that was indicated in the data view. So now you see how it works. Variable view, you create the variable categories, and then in the data view you can obtain you can put what were the answers of the participants. So this is the way how they work in the data view and then the variable view. Now let's say that this person didn't answer about their gender. So let's say that this one, let's say that is clear. So they didn't say anything. I mean, participant 4 didn't say anything. In this case, this we call the missing value. When it's a missing value, you should not put the 0 or 1, and then just the empty, that is fine. But normally, not to have a confusion, you can put that in the missing value. About here, you can define the missing value. You can say the discrete, the missing value, and then you put a very big number, like a 99. Okay, and then when you see the missing value, you can put here 99. So now SPSS will consider that when they encounter the 99, that means that somebody didn't answer. That is a missing value. Okay, it's very easy to put that. Now let's see how you can create the frequency table. You will go to the analyze, and then descriptive statistics and the frequencies. And then you can put that I want to know what is the frequency table, how they answered. You can put the education level here, and then statistics, and then you can go for the central tendency here. But you know there was the ordinal variable. So ordinal variable, you can take the central tendency with the mode and the median. That means the middle value, and also what is the most frequently answered. You cannot obtain the mean value because it's not a numerical value. You cannot have an average of the middle, high, and the low. So continue. Okay. And then now you will see what is generated. So in the output, yeah, you see that now it's SPSS calculated. Primary 1, middle 2, and like that. So you will know here the mode is 2, means that is that was a middle school. Yeah, middle school was the most frequently answered. Yeah. So I hope this can help you to understand a bit more SPSS, and then we can talk more about this step next time. Thank you very much for your participating. See you later.